Hello everyone, my name is Shira and welcome back to another adventure here in Minecraft. On the last episode, we built this stone generator. Well actually, we built two of them. I've actually been using this for a bit and now I've got loads of cobblestone here. I've also made a little setup here so that I can smelt the cobblestone into stone and smelt the stone into smooth stone. I also did a little branch mining below and got a couple of ores and other stuff. Here are a bunch of the stuff that I got. I've also got a lot of cobble deep slate here. And we're gonna be using this very soon. Also, I'm gonna be needing a lot of this smooth stone today. And that is because I'm gonna be building another farm. And to discuss the farm that I'll be making, let's first head back to our base. And we're back, here in our tiny little base. Now let's go back to our book. On the last episode, I built a cobblestone generator, so our fourth task is now complete. Now on our next task is to build a honey farm. We actually already have a honey farm, which is this tiny apiary that I built here a long time ago. I've actually been collecting some honey and honeycombs from time to time. The problem is that it is a very small farm and also very manual. And as you can see inside this chest, I've only collected a couple of honey blocks. And I'm going to need a lot of them. Stacks and stacks of them. So the project today is to not only make a bigger honey farm than this one, but also to make it fully automatic. From the collection of honey bottles and crafting it into honey blocks. Now to make this farm, we will need a place to build it. And of course, as usual, I am not gonna be building it in this area. And I've actually already decided on where I'm gonna be building it. So let's head over there. Okay, we're here in our destination. And this is the place where I'm gonna be building the automatic honey farm. And this is actually the tiny swamp where I've been collecting some of my slimes from last episode. And I'll be building the farm over there, just beside it. There's a reason why I'm building it in this specific place, but we'll get to that in a bit. First, let's build the nether portal here. Now that that's all set up, let's get back to our base and make some preparations. What? I haven't really shown the nether much in my videos, but I've been going through here to get to all of my other areas. And I gotta say, it's really messy here. All of my portals are just scattered around the area without even a tiny bit of protection from the ghasts. Maybe I should do something about it? Maybe? I kinda wanna make a temporary nether hub for my portals. But I guess maybe not this episode. To make the farm, I will need a lot of bees. I've been breeding them a bunch and now I have a lot of these beehives here. I will need a total of 56 beehives for my farm though, so I still need to breed some more of them. Besides the bees, I will also need a lot of glass bottles. Luckily, I have my villagers here to trade some glass. I will need loads of this, so I'm gonna be trading with these guys for a while. And so with that, it's time to do some breeding and trading. Alright, I'm done collecting the materials I will be needing to build my honey farm. I've also set up all of the items here beside my portal. Here are all of the glass I will be crafting into glass bottles. Then these are all of the beehives. Oh, and also, here are the redstone. Then over here are the building blocks, the smooth stone and iron blocks. Okay then, let's start building this farm. Here is one module of the honey farm. So I just need to put the beehive here. This will now start farming honey automatically whenever it can. So how this works is that the bees will start pollinating to the nearest flower, which is just over there, and store the honey inside their hives. Once the beehive has a honey level of 5, honey can now be collected from it. And to collect it automatically, we have a comparator behind reading the honey level. Each level will have one redstone signal and gets stronger as the honey level increases. Currently, the redstone signal is now 4, so once it reaches level 5, the dispenser here, which is full of glass bottles inside. Once the redstone signal reaches level 5, the dispenser will then dispense a glass bottle that collects the honey inside here. And as you can see in the hopper, we now have a honey bottle here. After getting collected by the hopper, I will also then build an auto crafting system so that we can have the honey bottles get crafted automatically and make the honey blocks. So that's basically how this farm works. Just one of these modules will not be enough though, since this one module will not be enough for the amount of honey blocks that I will be needing. This design is tileable, so I can just build the same module next to one another, and I'm gonna be building loads of them here. So then, let's start building our honey making machine. I'm back, and I am done building the honey farm. And as you can see here, there are now a total of 56 modules, 28 on each side. Oh, and I also did more digging going down here, which I didn't include in the time-lapse. Anyway, each side produces different items. This one makes honey blocks, while the other one produces honeycombs. On this side, the honey bottles are all sorted towards the middle here and go down to the auto crafter, and they turn into honey blocks. And inside this chest are all of the honey blocks we have collected so far, and also the empty bottles. I will make a system here later so that all of the glass bottles will automatically return to the dispensers above. Speaking of glass bottles, remember when I showed 3 shulkers full of glass? Well, it wasn't enough for the farm. Not even close. I went back to the villagers to trade more glass, but it was going very slow because my source of emeralds were just from trading iron. And sometimes, the toolsmiths and weaponsmiths don't trade 1 iron for 1 emerald, which made it even slower. So, I decided to build an automatic melon and pumpkin farm beside the villagers, so I can also trade some melons and pumpkins to the villagers for more emeralds. It really helped with the grind, but it still took me a lot of time. And as you can see, my level is now 136 from all the trading. You can just imagine how long that took. All that's left now is to make a proper storage for both the honey blocks and honeycombs. And it looks like we still have a lot more time in our hands. So how about we build another farm today? That's right, we're gonna be building another farm. And on my hand is the book, and the next project on our task is to build a slime farm. And we're gonna be building it right over there, on the swamp. So that is why I built the honey farm here. So I can have one single area for all of my sticky blocks, the honey and the slime. Okay, I've been quite busy in between clips gathering the resources for the farm. But as you can see, I'm back to level 7. Yep, I died. I went AFK for a bit and was killed by a slime in my mining area. Luckily, I didn't lose any items. And no, I wasn't recording when it happened. Anyway, I have more smooth stone smelted here and a bunch of brown mushrooms, which I had to farm quite a bit. I even made a new axe to farm the mushrooms because the one I'm using has silk touch on it. I'm also gonna bring a bunch of this stuff as well. Now I have everything I need, so let's head back. Making a slime farm is very simple. I just need to make some spawning platforms for the slimes, make the light level lower than 7 but not reach 0 so only slimes can spawn, then lure them into a killing chamber and collect their loot. Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's start building this thing. I'm back, and the slime farm is now complete. I'm currently up above in my AFK spot for the slime farm to test it. And it's been working very well. So back here below, these two circular structures here are the spawning areas for the slimes. I also put some tinted glass on the side for both structures so that we can see what's going on inside. And as you can see, well, if you can see it since it's very dark, there are a bunch of brown mushroom on the blocks. The mushrooms give a light level of 1 on the spot where they are placed, so the entire inside has the same light level of 1, which is why only slimes can spawn. Here inside, in the center, we can see an iron golem. The iron golems aggroes the slimes, so they can go to the center here, to the killing chamber. And below the campfires here are a bunch of hoppers that collects the slimes. The slime balls then goes to the autocrafter here to craft it into slime blocks. And here are all of the slime blocks I have collected. It's already quite a lot for a short amount of time. One other thing about this farm is that I kinda built it wrong. So back here inside, you can see that instead of only having the top slab for the spawning platform, I added another one below to make it a full block. And that is because while I was building, I noticed that I can place the mushroom blocks on the slabs. It seems like you can only place them on full blocks. So I turned all the layers into full blocks only to then realize that slimes can't spawn unless there are 2.5 blocks in height or more. And since I converted everything into full blocks, 2 of the layers now only have 2 blocks in height. So yeah, that's how it is. 2 of the layers are now useless. Only the top ones work. Well, anyway, even with that, the farm is still working. But I'll probably fix this in the future if I can. For now, that is it for the slime farm. Now that that's all done, there's only one final thing I need to do in this area. I want to have a central storage for both the honey and slime, so I can get easy access to both of them. And I'll probably put it around here. Oh, and also, I need to redirect the bottles that's over here and have them go over to the chest above there, so that they can be automatically sorted to the dispensers. Everything is now done here. All the items are now sorted in these chests. Here are the slime blocks, the honey blocks, the honeycombs, and also one for honeycomb block. But I just manually craft these ones. I don't really need an autocrafter. The empty bottles after crafting the honey blocks are also sorted to the top, so I don't need to refill it manually anymore. And lastly, I removed almost all of the land here in the swamp, and also flooded it. This will help with the rates of the slimes. Well, that's about it. I've completed 2 projects today, so a lot of progress has been made. This one actually took a lot of time compared to my other projects, but that's all good. I'm gonna make use of both the honey and slime blocks for one of the projects I'm gonna do soon. So I'm glad that I'm finally done with both of these farms. So, that's it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Continue on our next adventure next time. I'll see you when I see you.